Welcome to News and Brews, your daily serving of headlines, hot takes, and of course, hot coffee. I'm Kate Miller.
And I'm John Wilkinson. Today, we're diving into a decision that's left many of Britain's pensioners out in the cold, literally.
Downing Street has admitted that they did not do an impact assessment before slashing the winter fuel payment for most pensioners. This was a lifeline for many, helping them keep their homes warm as energy prices skyrocket. And now, it's gone.
Yeah, and what's worse, they didn't even bother to look into the potential health risks for older people. No study, no report, just, that's right, and moved on. No big deal, right? Except for thousands of vulnerable pensioners, it a big deal.
Officials say they want pensioners to seek additional support. But let's be real here. Applying for pension credit isn't easy. It's a bureaucratic maze, and how many will slip through the cracks because they don't know how, or because they're too proud to ask for help?
Exactly. And Keir Starmer's team, they don't seem too worried. Starmer himself said there was no impact report on his desk. Apparently the plan is to mitigate the effects by encouraging more people to apply for pension credit. That's their fix.
Right, because navigating government websites during a cost of living crisis is exactly what pensioners have time for.
This all started in July when the government decided to cut the universal winter fuel payment, £200 to £300 depending on your age. Now, only the poorest pensioners will see that money. The rest, tough luck.
The Conservative Party pushed for a public impact assessment, but instead, ministers gave us vague excuses. When pressed, Health Secretary Wes Streeting said there's no report on the health impact of the cuts. None.
And the kicker? They say because this policy costs less than £10 million to implement, there's no legal obligation for a full assessment. So they can save £1.5 billion, sure, but can't spare the time to assess what that means for our elderly.
Here's the bottom line. This isn't just about saving money, it's about lives. Conservatives' own research suggests this policy could cause nearly 4,000 deaths this winter. That's not a number you can just brush off. It's real people, real consequences.
Back in 2017, similar research warned about these cuts leading to increased deaths among pensioners. But it seems history is being ignored, and pensioners are once again paying the price.
So, where does that leave us? Pensioners who aren't on pension credit are facing a bitter winter ahead, both literally and figuratively. And while the government promises more support, many are skeptical that it'll come in time.
And that's where you come in. If you or someone you know is eligible for pension credit, now's the time to apply. But the question remains, should we really be asking the most vulnerable to jump through hoops for basic support?